All right, guys. So welcome back to Exit 45. So today we are gonna get back on the Thunderbird. We've been on it for several videos in a row now. We're making some progress, and that's really key right now. I'm really this close to being able to turn the key in the car and get that engine started. So maybe we'll get there this week. I really don't know. We won't find out unless I get in there and start working. So let's get at it. So let's do a quick walk around of what needs to happen for me to start this. The list is pretty small now. The brakes are in work, but I do not need those just to start the engine and do leak checks. So I think I'm going to focus on what I need to do to get the engine started and get the leak checks out of the way. Because there's several things I need to do a leak check on. I got the power steering system that also attaches to the wiper motor. So I want to check all that system out, make sure I don't have any leaks. I need to fill this, bleed the system, and get the fluid all moving through there. I need, of course, I need to hook up the radiators. I'm still waiting on some parts I need for the hoses. Really, I think it comes down to fluids at that point. I don't know that I have anything holding me up. Well, guys, so much for that one. I was able to get the oil back in it, so we're filled up on oil. But I'm still waiting on some adapters for the transcool lines, so I can't put tranny fluid in. I could put the fluid in here, but it's tranny fluid that goes in here too. So while I'm filling that, I could fill this. I can't crank it over anyways until I can get the transcooling lines hooked up. Otherwise, I'll be spitting fluid everywhere. So we'll press on with some other things. We definitely got the brakes that we can continue working on, some things like that. So there's always something to do. Hey guys, I'm just trying to find myself places to go and things to do. Kind of one of those Mondays, really. Seems like everything I try to do, I'm having trouble with either not having something or something like that. But we're getting some things done. So I'm getting the main brake line that runs to the back of the car in right now. I'll go there. All right, and then this will go here. I'll bring you when I get it done, but you can see I'm just trying to get this in where it goes. Looks like I pretty well got it. I just got to start securing it up, and I'll get it all in here. Start getting it all hooked up. All right, guys. All right, guys. Well, glad to have you underneath the car with me. It gets lonely underneath there by myself. Anyway, you can see I've got the line run here to the back. We're hooked up here, and we're bolted down here on the rear end. I've also gone over here and got my vent line on. And all I really need to do now is just cut that off right there. There we go. All right, so there you go. So I got it secured there, just comes up and around, and I just looped it through here. And I'll probably just do a little zip tie right here just to hold it there. And then that's done. So I've got done over this way. So the next thing I got to do is run my line from the T here over to the wheel cylinder over here, or the caliper. And then I got to do the same thing on this side. Just run over to that side. And then I'm going to finish this up here You can see I still got some loose zip ties that I just got temporarily in there. But then you can see the lines come down around and then work their way down. So I got to work my way that way. All right, I'll bring you back in when I get more done. All right, let's take one more tour and I'll show you where I'm at. All right, so we're good here. We're good here now. And then I got the line runs along here. And you can look up here and I've got all of this all secured now. Comes around here. And then runs all the way down. And it's all secured now. So everything under here is looking really good. I think I have everything set. So the last couple of things I have now is I need to finish the plumbing of the brakes from this T to both wheels. So let me get that. All right, there you go. You can see the brake line right there. Right here. And we got that plumbed in, converted to the hard line into our T right there. We got that plumbed up there. And then we go to this side. We got our line plumbed around the pumpkin. And again, from the hard line to the soft line. And over to the wheel. So guys, I think we have this back end pretty much situated underneath. I don't see anything else that needs to be done. It's looking pretty good. So I think the front's pretty much done as well. I'll take a quick look up there, but I think we're pretty darn close to having the bottom side of this thing pretty well wrapped up. All right, so we got that back end wrapped up. So now I got to worry about the front side. So I pulled my proportioning valve off of the booster. And so, I mean, this is what I'm trying to do here, or at least what I have to do. This is the brake pressure switch or brake brake light switch, whatever you want to call it, that comes with this, but it's not going to work for this car. This kit clearly covers multiple cars. So I need to find a way to adapt this to this. So, you know, I got to work on that. I'll probably be working on that in the morning. I'll probably make a run to the hardware store and start seeing if I can put together some sort of a adapter there. The other thing I need to do is whether I use this one or I get another one. This has two ports for the front. This is the port for the rear. This is a port for the front, but you can block one of these off and just use one of them, which is what I want to do because I want to have them all on the same side where I can actually get to them. This is the valve cover side, which there's very little room. There's probably like that much room. I'm not going to try and bend some lines, so I need to find a cap for that. I guess just like that one. I probably could just use that one, and instead of using this one, I could find like a Y, you know, or just a 2-port, you know, from a single to a 2-port, and then be able to adapt that into there, and then I can route both left and right fronts to there. Anyway, guys, today's been kind of a slow day for me. Tired. I just got back from traveling for work while I was out in Savannah. Some friends of mine, you probably saw the video I did on the Astro Van forum, but his rear brakes just were a mess, and so he was having a hard time finding anybody who wanted to mess with drum brakes. So I told him I'd go ahead and work on it, and we spent 2 nights on it. You know, getting wrong parts and just you name it. Bottom line is we didn't get anywhere, but it kicked my butt. I was tired. Working 12 hours, come home in the evening and work on that. So I'm just a little wore out. So today was a slow day, but I actually got quite a bit done. I'll be surprised. I mean, surprisingly, just kind of slow putting around. Sometimes you get more done than when you're hurrying. So, all right, guys. Well, I'll see you guys up in the morning, and we'll get back at it. We got plenty to do. All right. Looks like somebody got bored waiting for me. Oh man, cats. Let me go get them. That's right. You heard me. I'm talking about you. All right. I'm going in the house and I'm going to take that fool with me. Hey, everybody. It's the next day. We're out here. Got Dad with me and we're out here getting ready to just, we're just trying to knock out some of these little things. I'm waiting on parts. It's holding me up a little bit now. But there are some things that we can do that are, minor, but still need to be done. So we're gonna start knocking out those things. All right. So let me show you what we're about to do. And before I do, there's Dad.
How you doing?
Got him working on figuring out how much PSI I need to set the pressure regulator at.
Here it is.
So
For a 381 to 405 horsepower, they want it at 58 PSI.
58, huh?
Yep.
All right. Well, there you go. Now he's out of a job. Unemployment line for you, buddy. You're out of a job. You just figured it out too fast.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I am going to
Take a look at this.
take the proportioning valve here, which is going to go basically underneath there, just like that. You saw that last video. And I've capped off this side, which is toward the valve cover. And because I don't want to be messing around on that side, it's too close and too difficult. So I'm going to come off of here. I'm going to make me a small line that comes off of here, and then I'm going to take this T to it like that. And then I'll take like this line here, can run over to the passenger side front, and then this one can run over to the driver's side front. And that should solve that problem there. The other problem I had was I had to get something to adapt from here to here so that I could get the pressure switch in. And we've been messing with that for a while, and we finally came up with, we couldn't figure out what the threads were. Couldn't find anything we could thread into it. I finally found that these will thread right into it. So with that, I at least know what I can use. Anyway, well, there you go. The thread's right in. Anyways, there's my thread. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick me up one of these, and I am going to take this back side right here where the line goes through, and I will drill that out, and I will tap it for an 1/8 inch MBT, which I happen to have in my tap and die set. So we'll just modify one of these so that this can screw into the backside, and then we'll have this solved, and that should solve the last of my brake problems that I've come across. Yay! So there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and get busy. I got to make this little line that's going to come off of here to the T. So that'll be the first thing I do. And I'm hoping I can use the bend on this one to make that work how I want it. All right, I'm going to put this back on the car real quick so I can get it set where it's going to be and figure out how I want the line bent. All right, guys, so this is the line we're going to use to come off of the this port here, which is our front brakes. And the nice thing is that sets me up nicely to get to this. Let me see if I can. Sets me up nicely then to come around the booster and over to here. And this is the passenger side front, and this is the driver's side front. And they all happen to meet right there, which is where I'm going to put my T. So that's almost too good to be true. So I will, all I'll have to do is cut these lines, make some small bends, flare them, and get them all to join up here. And then I should have the front all tied up all the way down to the wheels. So we're getting there. So I'm going to go ahead and get these flared. Guys, look at Loki over here all behaving.
And quiet.
That's not like him. Sitting there all quiet and doing nothing, not whining. Okay. You guys be proud of me. I didn't forget to put that on. Not a very good flare, though. Look at that. Lopsided. Dang it. I got to cut it off. All right. Look what we got. So we got the line coming off of here, and we're over here to the T. So all I got to do is come in, take this line. See that a little bit better there. This line here, I need to bend it so it'll go into this port here. And then this line here, I just need it. I'll just take that and then bend it up into that port. So there, flare them, you know, all that good stuff. Good luck, right? Yeah, that's going to be fun. That's got to be done. All right. You see that? Look at that. This isn't like come to work and sit all day. Come on. All right. All right. So I got to get some cutting and flaring and all that. So let me get busy on that.
Well, we're cutting the hose down, or the brake lines down just a little bit, so we get it out of the way, and then we'll do the final flange or flare.
All right, there we go. We got one passenger sides in, so now let's get this one bent to fit right in there. That looks good.
Yeah, it does. Wasn't easy.
What did you do?
I held the camera.
All right, guys, so here it is. We got the final bend in there. This goes right into the T, wheel cylinder. So I have to flare both ends. So we're going to go ahead and knock that out right now. Okay, that's good. That's good. There we go. Looks good. Oh, this ought to be fun.
Guess what we forgot to put on?
It wouldn't be the first time, second time, or third time, or fourth time. I could keep going. All right, you can see down here, here's where we'll hook up there. That one's right where we want it. And as you can see here, we're right where we want to be here as well. Woo. Okay, we have to start at this end. This is the end that splices onto the line that runs all the way to the back of the car. So we're going to want to start probably right about there. That'll give me a couple of attempts if I make a mistake. So we'll zip tie this down. Come on. Okay, and then the next thing we'll do is just follow the bends. So we will bend this to match what we got. All right, so we'll bend, we got that there, we got that. That'll hold that. And we'll come to this end. And we'll bend it or secure it there. And then we will work on making this bend. Now we'll tie this corner up and make it where we want it. There we go. And we'll tie this one. Okay. So you can see we are now following our shape. And then we'll put this bend in. Okay. And we will bend this end or tie this end. Okay. And then there we go. That is how it's going to go in the car. And then we will make the last few bends up to the master cylinder in the car. There you go. That is how easy that is. And then once I pop these off, it'll hold the shape. There you go. We got two. Slide that on. We'll cut this down, flare it. So we'll pull it all back out of here. All right. I think we're good.
Now we're done with it. The outside of installing.
Okay. Let's go get this installed. Oh my. Okay. That was a whole lot easier than having the master cylinder on here in my way. So I'm glad I opted to pull that off and just work with the proportioning valve. So, all right, so I think we're good. I think I can go ahead and tighten up all these here, here, and down there. I haven't tightened any of that up yet, but I think we're done. Everything's in. I routed it in a way that kept space open, so I didn't clutter it up in here, so that was nice. I think we're good. So, all right, so we got the brake shoes in, pads, sorry, all good. The keepers, I got to run them through the sand blasting cabinet and get them cleaned up, and we'll put those on. I thought these new lines would come with new bolts. I didn't have any bolts because I bought everything again new because this was originally a drum brake car. And so I don't have this bolt now for bolting that on. So I got to get one for each side on that. And then I got to get these keepers blasted and painted. And then we'll put those on. Okay. So I think we got to get that elbow on there, that top radiator hose. We need to get that on. And then I think we're going to wrap up for today.
They're starting to look good.
All right, guys. Got Dad cutting the ends of this old line off. We're going to take those fittings off of there and hang on to those. So we got that. So let me walk you guys over here and, just do a recap of what we got done. It'd probably be easier to let you know what we haven't got done that we need to get done. But we did get that hose on. So the last two things on the radiator that we have to do before I can crank the engine is I got to get the transmission cooler lines hooked up, and I am waiting on the fittings for this to go into here. So as soon as I get those, I can do that. The radiator hose right there doesn't quite meet. There's an adapter that I need to adapt from the hose size down to the nozzle size here on the radiator. So that needs to be done. I need to do one more electrical check on this, so I'll put the battery in it and just go through, do another test on the electrical system, make sure power is actually working out to the switches in for the door, windows, and all that. I can actually put power to the fuel system, and I can do a leak check before I ever start it, so I'd like to get that done. We can set our pressure where it needs to be, so that can be done. Just like you guys saw, we didn't get this end of this in because I need those bolts. So I need 2 bolts, and then I can finish that. The back end is complete. The hole underneath of the car on the back end, basically the whole car is underneath is done. So I got that. So there's not much left, guys. That's it. I know these last couple of videos have been rough. It's been all these little things, nitnoid things you got to try and get wrapped up. But I only have so many days and hours in the week to be out here working. I got to go back to work. So today's my last day of the week to get out here and work. So I will have to wrap it up. And so me and Dad, we're gonna head out. He's worked off his Chick-fil-A, so yay for him. Anyway, we're gonna go. I'll see you guys on the next one. And until then, get out on your project. Don't stop. Got to keep going. Keep going. All right. I'll see you guys then. Oh yeah, and one more thing before I go. Tires and rims are here, ready to go on. I've already test fit them. They look amazing. And so either the next video or the video after that, they're going to go on. So I just want to do a little bit of a tease, but there they are. So as soon as I get to that point where I can put them on, I've bled the brakes and I've done all that, then they can go on. I'll show them to you, but not until then. You guys are going to have to wait. Bye.